Hey tennis fans, I'm Lana Maciel and welcome back to the Tennis Now News Update brought to you by the new Gamma Glide Cross-String. More spin, power, and comfort. It's the lubricity. Well, Miami is all about parties, nightlife, and soaking up the sun. So when all the players arrived in town for the Sony Open, that's exactly what they did this week. For starters, Porsche brand ambassador Maria Sharapova showed off her elegant style and posed with a Panamera SE Hybrid while stopping by the Porsche Media Night on Tuesday. And Roger Federer also dressed in his Miami best for Moet and Chandon's rooftop event, where he served as chair umpire for the mini tennis court and also got involved in the action himself. Here's a look at what Roger had to say about his time in Miami.
What do you like to do in Miami with Mirka and the kids?
It's different here than in Indian Wells, you know. Last week was different, so now we go to the beach a bit more. We catch up with other families who have kids as well and organize play dates, and you know, what do? We go to South Beach sometimes, maybe less with the family, but more for me and Mirka as well to go and enjoy some nice dinners.
And while visiting the Miami Aquarium earlier in the week, a few ATP players got up close and personal with the Dolphins when they went for a swim with their new marine friends. Take a look at what Fabio Fognini and Tommy Robredo thought about their wildlife encounter.
I have to be serious. At the beginning I was a little bit scared, but you know, once I get in the water, I really enjoy this experience.
It's not easy to hold a dolphin, but he is very strong, and even for someone like me, 75 kilos, for them it's very easy to move me, no? So I think they are very, very strong.
Following up on this week's shocking news that Yvonne Lindell and Andy Murray have ended their 2-year coaching partnership, Lindell admitted the reason for the split was that he simply could not commit to the amount of time that Murray needs. Much of Lindell's time lately has been spent competing on the Senior Power Shares Series and ATP Champions Tour, leaving little time to devote to the Scot in the past 2 months. Lindell was absent at Indian Wells and will not be around as Murray tries to defend his Miami title. If Murray does not succeed, he could potentially drop out of the top 8 in the rankings. And speaking of absent coaches, Boris Becker also won't be present in Miami to mentor Novak Djokovic. Becker is unable to travel because he had surgery on both hips this week. In a video posted by the ATP, the Bryan brothers offer tips on their signature move, the chest bump. Among their suggestions, don't try to chest bump someone shorter than you, don't break your partner's sternum, and of course, don't try this at home. Take a look.
Okay, this is the chest bump tutorial, and we're going to show you how we do it. It's a dangerous move. Don't try it at home. There have been injuries. I broke Mike's sternum once, but we've gotten better over the years. We've done photo shoots, and now we have it pretty much, it's pretty polished. Okay, so, you want to start at least 3 to 4 feet apart. It has to be after a good point. It looks stupid if you double fault and do a chest bump, so it has to be a celebration. And there has to be an unspoken communication between 2 players. If one guy's going for it and the other guy's not looking, it's not good. So I see the twinkle in Bob's eye, and he wants to do it. So we're going to start back. Let's go. Run. And it's more of a kind of a mid-stomach bump. It's not really, you don't want to hit up here because, you know, you're risking your face. It helps when you're doing it with someone of equal height, because if you're doing with a little short guy, you might jump over his head, or might clip him with a knee in the temple and kill him. So it helps that we're twins. Get some air, just work on it. It's a great move.
That's all for today's Tennis Now News Update. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest tennis updates. We'll see you next week.